Everyone plays an important part in making this a positive experience for all participants by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for the officials, coaches, and players. We appreciate your attendance at today's games and ask that you do rowdy right. Cheer for your team, not against the opponent. Download the free UHSAA app to your mobile device to view updated brackets for all of our state tournaments. The app provides you brackets, tournament updates, and more. Now let's meet the teams that will be playing in the 5A Championship Series. The visiting team, the Mountain Ridge Sentinels, versus the home team, the Spanish Fork Dons. Now let's meet the teams that will be playing in the 6A Championship Series. The visiting team, the Bingham Miners, versus the home team, the Riverton Silver Wolves. Championship Day on Saturday begins with the championship games at 11 a.m., followed by the championship ceremony. Let's play ball. Friday.
On field 2, we have Bingham versus Riverton. For Riverton, our home team. Pitching will be number 17, Chloe Burgess.
Ready to get underway here in the 6A Softball State Championship Series. Beautiful day here in Spanish Fork at the Spanish Fork Sports Complex for Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Winner takes home the 6A Utah State Championship for softball this season. The home team, the Riverton Silver Wolves, come in at 22-1, winners of 21 straight games. They only dropped their second game of the season and have won every other game by a very large margin. And the visiting Bingham Miners, 24-2 on the season. Their 2 losses come to Riverton earlier this season. More on that in just a second. It is the 1 versus 2 seeds in the 6A bracket. This is the matchup we all wanted to see, and it should be a good one. Real quick, lineup for the Bingham Miners. Hunter, Borowis, Jones, Doherty, Hanny, Chappell, Drake, King, and Latu, with Olivia Lemke, the pitcher, in the circle. And your defensive lineup for Riverton in the circle, Chloe Borges doing the catching, Mariah Delgado. It'll be Wood, Shaver, and Roosh in the outfield, with Correll, Korth, Mayfield, and Heights in the infield. Leading off, Braxton Hunter, leadoff hitter for Bingham. And this game gets underway with a pop-up to second base for the first pitch out.
First pitch is a pop-up to second base.
Didn't even really have time to get into Hunter's stats, but 1 pitch, 1 out here for Chloe Borges, the ace of this Riverton staff. Borges on the season, pitching 70 innings, 13-0, 1.90 ERA. Her last outing against Weber 2 days ago, she threw a 5-inning no-hitter. Dominant stuff here. She gets strike 1 to Noe Barowis, the shortstop, hitting number 2 today. This one outside for ball 1. They're 1-1 to Borowis. Misses just a bit outside ball 2. So 1 out, 2-1 is your count to Noe Borowis. The junior, swing and a miss for strike 2. Came in hitting .379, 10 RBI, 33 hits, and 6 doubles on the season, with 13 stolen bases. This one swung on and missed at the changeup. First strikeout for Borges for out number 2.
Strikeout for out number 2 brings up Jones, Doherty on deck.
This will bring up Shelby Jones. Was going to start pitching, but a late defensive change has her in center field today. Jones on the season, hitting a cool .500 for the sophomore. 40 hits, 40 RBI, 6 doubles, 10 home runs. So a lot of pop in this bat. A lot of good contact. It's very difficult to go through an entire season hitting 500, but Shelby Jones has managed to do it as she swings on the first pitch. Weak ground ball. No, they're going to call it foul. Might have gone right off of her foot for strike one. The Miners have a lot of pop in this lineup. Hit 40 home runs throughout the season. As I mentioned, 10 of those, a fourth of them coming with Shelby Jones. The 0-1. This one misses high for ball one.
Oh, sure, Jan's out there trying to get a suntan.
The 1-1. This one fouled back. Looks like that one way out of play. Might be on the 5A diamond. So now the 1-2 with Borges. The 1-2. Again popped up to the right side, just a little late on it. So 1-2 is still the count. Borges has pitched against Bingham twice this season. Actually had her worst outing of the season. 6 2/3, 8 earned runs. Bingham able to get to her in that one, as this one is looked at for strike three. 2 strikeouts quickly for Chloe Borges to set down the Miners in the top of the first. Heights, Woods, Delgado coming up, and when we move to the bottom of the first.
Top of the first for Bingham, we had 3 up, 3 down. Brings up for Riverton. We'll have number 6, Lily Heights. Batting, number 1, Chloe Woods on deck. Number 7, Mariah Delgado in the hold. The Dairy Council of Utah. Reform, refuel, recover, repeat. Hydrate with nutrient-rich dairy products to fuel your athletes. Learn more at unbottled.com. Mountain America Credit Union is proud to be the new title sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. Visit macu.com for more information, and thank you, Mountain America.
Back here for the bottom of the first inning, Riverton coming up for their first up. So lineup is as follows.
Desert News, now you know.
Leading off, Lillian Heights playing second base. 2, Chloe Woods in right field. 3, Mariah Delgado doing the catching. Hitting cleanup, Case in fourth at third base. Hitting fifth, and in the circle as we saw Chloe Borges. 6th, the shortstop Jolie Mayfield. 7th, Alexis Shaver. She's playing 8th center field. Hitting 8th is Kylie Carell at first base, and rounding it out, Kylie Roosh in left field. Same order as we saw yesterday against Weber. 10-0 victory for the Silver Wolves as Lillian Heights steps in, and she looks at strike one. As I was saying in the top of the first, we were expected to see Shelby Jones in the circle, but a late scratch has Olivia Lemke, the sophomore, in the circle, making her first start of the season. According to Max Prep, she's only made 2 appearances pitching as Heights pops this one up into shallow left field, and that play is made for out number 1. Eliza Chappell on the fly ball there.
High fly ball out to left for the first out. Woods now batting. Delgado.
According to Max Preps, as I was saying, Lemke only has 2 appearances on the season. A game against Fremont and Murray, has given up no runs, but quite an opportunity, quite the pressure-filled opportunity to start game 1 of a 3-game championship series for the state championship. As we see Chloe Woods dig in, she will look at ball 1 just a bit outside. Oh, they did call it a strike. That's going to be strike 1. I don't think she caught it. Trees blocking a bit of the view, but it's just going to be a loud foul ball. So 0-2 to Chloe Woods. Woods on the season only struck out 4 times. Very difficult to get going down on strikes. See what she does here. She posts a .577 on base. The pitch fouled straight back to the screen. We'll do the 0-2 again. Riverton, as I mentioned, 22 wins in the season, 14 of those coming via the 10-run rule. So lots of offense up and down this lineup. The 0-2 misses down low for ball one. As I mentioned, same lineup yesterday. Woods went 2 for 3 yesterday, did score a run in yesterday's ball game against Weber. This one misses outside, 2-2. Seen a lot of Lemke attacking the outside part of the plate to Woods. We'll see a few more left-handed hitters in the Riverton lineup. As the 2-2 to Woods. This one, foul, popped straight back. Very good at bat here, developing from Chloe Woods. Of course, you expect that with someone hitting over 500 and getting on base. Almost at a 600 clip. OPS over 1,300 on the season. Just some ridiculous numbers from the junior right fielder. The 2-2. This one, slap to left field. See if there's going to be a play. Nice play out there. Eliza Chappell makes her second put out of the inning. So Woods did a good job going the other way, but it's just a loud out number 2.
Another ball out to left field for the second out. Now batting Delgado, 4th on deck.
So back-to-back flyouts to left field will bring up Mariah Delgado with nobody on and 2 outs. In the bottom of the first, Delgado on the season. Hitting .419, 6 homers to her name for the 3-hole hitter. First pitch. Miss, nope, that hits outside corner, bit of a late call. Lemke liking to attack the outside part of the plate. The 0-1 to Delgado. Misses high, gets to the backstop, ball 1. Lemke has not pitched against Riverton this season, as I mentioned, only 2 appearances. The 2 games that the teams have played, Riverton won both by a score of 11-2 and then 11-10, as this one is lined down the right field line, foul for strike 2. Delgado yesterday went 1 for 3 with an RBI, did score a run via reaching on an error.
The right fielder number 1, Ellie Pierce. The designated player is number 17, Miley Jones.
This is it. Yes. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Russ,
Yes.
on the lineup they have Avery Haney.
The 1-2 to Delgado.
The flex
It's
is
popped up, gonna get out of play.
Olivia Lemke, but Haney is pitching, so she's taken over that.
So they've gone to 9 then?
They had to go to 9,
They-
correct?
At the plate meeting, they went to 9.
Okay.
So who's 9?
Lemke.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spanish Fort Don in the bottom of the first inning. This is the field number 16, Trinity Gibson.
This one missed down. All right, so we do have a lineup change. It is Avery Haney in the circle, not Olivia Lemke. Lineup that we were given is just a bit out of it. So there's a single based in the left center field. Mariah Delgado gets the first hit of the game for Riverton. 2-strike approach gets her on first base with 2 outs, bringing up Kaysen Korth.
Single by Doherty brings up Avery Haney. Chappell on deck. Korth at that.
Korth
Sorry.
now with 2 outs and a runner on first base. She looks at the first pitch off speed, down for a strike. So you'll forgive me, Avery Haney, as I mentioned, is now in the circle as we will see a pinch runner for Delgado. It's going to be number 8, Braylee Shields. The freshman come in and run for the catcher.
Courtesy runner, number 8, Braylee Shields on first for Delgado.
Shields, 11 games played, 3 stolen bases on the season. So we'll see what she can do with Kaysen Korth up. This one popped up out of bounds. Moved to an 0-2 count. Korth yesterday against Weber threw a 5-inning no-hitter. So both pitchers who get a majority of the innings for Riverton in their last appearances have thrown 5-inning no-hitters. But in the box yesterday, Korth actually was 0 for 3 with a strikeout, but did her damage in the circle. The 0-2 to Korth. Misses high. This will opportunity for Shields to advance, so she moves into scoring position on the wild pitch. So Avery Haney on the season.
On the wild pitch.
The senior, 124 innings pitched, 17-2 record, and a 1.98 ERA, the ace of this minor staff. She delivers the 1-2 to Kaysen Korth. This one misses just low for ball 2. Haney has pitched against Riverton twice this season. Both not super good outings for her. She given up in the first game, that was an 11-2 loss, gave up 5 earned runs, 11 overall runs, and 6 strikeouts. And in the second game, that was an 11-10 loss for Bingham. She pitched 3 1/3, gave up 4 earned runs, walked 3, and didn't strike anyone out. So it struggled a bit against this deep Riverton lineup, but looking to get out of the first with no runs allowed. The 2-strike pitch. Korth fouls this one back, making Haney throw a lot of pitches in this first inning. We saw a really good at-bat from Chloe Woods. Delgado had a good at-bat, saw a lot of pitches, and now Korth getting her own. This one hits the inside corner, strike 3 looking. Haney gets her first strikeout as the Riverton Silverwolves go down. 1 hit, no runs, and we will move to the top of the second in game 1 of the state championship series. Top of the second here in game 1, 0-0 the score. We will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Doherty, Haney, and Chappell coming up for the Bingham Miners. Facing off against Chloe Borges, struck out 2 in the top of the first for the ace of the Silverwolf staff. The first pitch, line down the right field line, foul for strike 1. Emily Doherty up in the games earlier this season against Riverton. In game 1 in the 11-2 loss, Doherty did have 3 hits, all 3 hits that Bingham had, and one of them was a home run as she swings and misses at this one. And then had a couple more hits against Riverton in game 2. So the batter with the most success against Chloe Borges, is hitting right now, and Doherty is a Utah State commit to play softball next season for the senior. She looks at a ball high. On the season, Doherty hitting .462, 37 hits, 10 doubles, 8 home runs. A lot of pop in her bat for the senior. This one, line back up the middle. Bingham gets on the board with base hit.
Single up the middle for Doherty, brings up Hanny. Couple on deck.
So Emily Doherty stays hot as she gets the hitting started in the top of the second for Bingham. This will bring up the pitcher, Avery Haney. As she looks at ball one low. Haney, the hero yesterday, as Bingham was trailing. Bingham was trailing 5-4 in the sixth until Haney hit a 3-run go-ahead home run, and Bingham never looked back as she grounds this one out at second base for one. The relay is in time. 1-6-3 double play. Borges starts it herself. Mayfield to Carroll to finish, and that's 2 quick outs. A nice defensive play from Riverton. So Haney will have to wait till her next at bat to continue her heroics from yesterday's ball game as she chops into the double play. This will bring up Eliza Chappell, the left fielder. Weak ground ball to second base, played by Heights, and that'll be out number 3. So 1 base hit for Bingham, but a double play, and then another ground ball will leave them scoreless. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Riverton coming up.
Top of the second for Bingham. No runs on 1 hit. No.
That's okay, you're going
Back here in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless ball game so far, each team with 1 hit. And for Riverton.
For us up here, Avery Haney is in the circle.
For Riverton, we'll have Chloe Borges, Jolie Mayfield, and Alexis Shaver, the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Chloe Borges yesterday against Weber, 2 for 2, 2 home runs. A 3-run shot in the first, and then a solo shot in the third. And then in her third at-bat, to lead off the 5th, Weber decided to lead off to intentionally walk her. Had wanted no part of the power that Chloe Borges has. As she lines this one into center field, it's down, going to get to the wall. She makes the turn, and she's going to stop at first base. So a liner to the right center field wall. Chloe Borges continues her hot hitting.
Center for Chloe Borges. Mayfield batting, Shaver on deck.
1 pitch, 1 hit for Riverton as we have their second hit of the game. That'll bring up Jolie Mayfield, the shortstop, yesterday 0 for 3 against Weber, but on the season has been quite the effective hitter hitting behind Borges. .415 on the season, 27 hits, 8 home runs for Mayfield. She flies this one down the line to right field. It's going to go foul for strike 1. Interesting matchup here today in the circle. Obviously with Haney, big strikeout pitcher, averaging almost 9 strikeouts per game, per appearance in her 124 innings. But Riverton has only struck out 51 times in 23 games this season. That's an average of just barely over 2, as this one is chopped foul. It's a strikeout pitcher versus a team who does not strike out hardly at all. In fact, only one of their players has struck out over 10 times this season. Team that puts the ball in play, teams that get on base versus a pitcher who relies on the strikeout. We'll see who has the dominant performance here as the 0-2 from Haney. That one's popped up. See if there's a play by the catcher, and there is. Out number 1. As Charity Drake makes a nice play. Speaking as a former catcher, those plays are very difficult.
Pop up, the catcher was able to grab it for the first out.
Backspin
Now
on those
batting
balls
in
makes it
favor.
hard to set your feet and really get at the angle that the ball is falling, but Drake made that one look easy. That's out number 1. So Alexis Shaver playing center field, hitting 7th today, with Borges on first after her leadoff single. This one lined into center field, and it's going to be off the bottom of the wall. Borges rounding second. She's going to make it into third. And Shaver with the 1-out double puts 2 runners in scoring
Shaver with the
position.
double moves Borges over to third. Now up to bat, Carol Rouge on deck.
Shaver gets her 5th double of the season, with runners at second and third for Kylie Corral. Corral hitting .491, 11 RBI, a couple doubles, a couple home runs. She has an opportunity to give her team the lead in game 1. Swings at the first pitch and bounces this one foul. The 0-1 to Carroll. This one hit line drive, bobbled by the second baseman. We're gonna get the out, and now we got a rundown overthrow. Borges is in to score. Shaver advances to third base. Wacky play there, but Riverton on the board. There's a line shot to the second baseman, Hunter. Bobbled, still able to get the out at first. No, they're gonna call her safe. It must have. The throw was late after the bobble, so just kind of disastrous striking there as an E4. An E4 allows Kylie Carroll to reach first. Borges scored. Borges scored on the misplay. And then an overthrow. They had Alexis Shaver in a pickle between second and third, but a bad throw allows her to advance to third base.
At the plate, the right fielder, number 1, Ellie Pierce.
Runners on first and third now. Riverton leading 1-0 as a stolen base moves a runner into second. This is Kylie Roos, the left fielder. 2 for 3 yesterday, a couple of singles to her name. This one pops straight back. So 1-1 is the count to the number 9 hitter. Roosh not hitting like a 9 hitter, the sophomore, .429. 9 hits, 6 RBI, couple double. So the 0-2 to Roosh. This one misses high. Runner charging to the plate. See if there's a play. There is, and she's out. Alexis Shaver tries to get a little greedy at the plate, but a good relay from Drake to Haney for the second out of the inning. The pass ball, wild pitch leads to ball number 1, but the backstop not wide enough, and Shaver gunned down at the plate. Now 2 outs Runner on third. The 1-2 to Kylie Roosh. Misses outside, ball 2. Carroll was able to advance to third on the wild pitch, so 2-2 pitch. This one fouled straight back.
Good speed and now runners on the corners. Good placement there by Kylie Avery. Things starting up here for.
We'll do the 2-2 again to Kylie Roosh. Kylie Carroll on third base after she reached on an error. This one, swing and a miss. Kylie Roosh goes down swinging for the third out of the inning, but Riverton strikes first. An error allows Riverton to get on the board. We'll go to the top of the third coming up.
Big swing, throw down off the marker.
Top of the third here from Spanish Fork Sports Complex. We've got Riverton leading 1-0, the number 1 seed in this bracket. Chloe Borges so far, a couple strikeouts, and induced a double play after giving up a single last inning. Riverton getting on the board. It was kind of a wacky sequence. Chloe Borges was on third base when Kylie Carroll lined one to second base. It was bobbled and unable to make the put out in the air as a second baseman threw to the first baseman, and that play was bobbled, allowing Borges to score. So a couple misplays from the Bingham Miners allows Riverton to get on the board in the bottom of the second. Now we'll see what Bingham can do playing from behind. Bingham 24-2 on this season. Hasn't played from behind a ton because they've just been so dominant in the circle and in the box. We will see Charity Drake, the catcher, made a couple nice plays last inning. She looks to strike one down the middle. Drake made a nice play on a ball that got to the backstop as Alexis Shaver was trying to score from third base, but got to the ball quickly and tossed it to Haney as she delivers a line drive into right center field, and she'll reach for a single. So Charity Drake gets on the board with the base hit.
Drake with a single brings up King.
As the Miners have their leadoff hitter on first base in back-to-back innings. Avery King playing right field now up. 237 on the season. 9 hits, 3 doubles. As we'll see a speed-up runner coming in. Now that's number 24 will run
Number
for
24,
Drake. That's
Callie Clark.
Courtesy
runner.
Who does not have an at-bat this season, but has scored 16 runs. So she is the main courtesy runner. Got some wheels on her. Good opportunity to tie this ball game if the 8-9-1 hitters can come through. Avery King, as I was saying, 237 average, 11 RBI, 3 doubles. And the corner infield's playing in, maybe predicting a bunt here. No square. She looks at ball 1 outside.
Able to hold off on that, but Sapp will field their own position.
Was that the first pitch?
And get the third out of the inning. Mountain Ridge plates another run.
King, the right fielder. Now squares. Misses on this one. Throw down to first base. They got her. Mariah Delgado throws down to first base and picks Clark off for the first out of the inning. Heads up play from the backstop there. So a pickoff leads to the first out of the inning. 2 to 3 put out. As this one looped to shortstop, barehanded play in time for the out. Jolie Mayfield making a nice play look really easy there.
Latu now batting, Hunter on deck.
Similar to what happened last inning for the Miners. Leadoff girl reaches on a single, and then a couple of plays you don't see too often. A double play from the circle and a pickoff from the catcher, which is a beautiful throw from Mariah Delgado. And these are just mistakes that you can't really afford to make against Riverton. Of course, Bingham has had a great season and has played excellent softball every game, but Riverton is a different kind of team. This one's chopped to second base for the third out of the inning. Retires Chloe Latu. So a 4 to 3 put out. A pickoff from the catcher after a leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit for Bingham. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Riverton leading 1-0.
Top of the third for Bingham.
Back here for the bottom of the third inning. Riverton leading 1-0 on an unearned run, an error allowing Chloe Borges to come around last inning. So we'll bring up Lillian Heights, the leadoff hitter in the first inning, popped out to second base. Last game in the 11-10 game against these two teams, against Hanny, Heights went 0 for 3. See if she can do anything. As she lines one into right center field, that'll be down for a base hit. So first pitch, single as Lillian Heights reaches.
Single by Heights, brings up Woods, Delgado on deck.
Left-handed hitting Chloe Woods. Up, she flew out to left field in the first inning, really put together a solid at-bat, fouling 4, 5, 6 pitches off. Really seeing a lot of what Avery Haney has to offer in the circle. This one lined back. She's right back to the fouling off again. Strike 1.
Slashes one to Flanagan there. Back forward to second. What a nice stab there by Tess Holkinson.
The 0-1 to Woods. This one grounded to second base. Only play is at first. Allows Heights to advance to second. Good situational hitting there. At the very least, Chloe Woods does a job.
Heights over to second. Delgado now batting. Fourth on deck.
So runner advances on the 4-3 put out. As the number 3 hitting Mariah Delgado, she singled with a line drive to left center field in her first at bat. See if she can bring in Lillian Heights. First pitch through the hole, right center field. This will bring across Lillian Heights. Delgado makes the turn. She's going to stay home. Another single for Delgado. Brings in an RBI. Heights comes around to score, extending the 2-0 lead.
Brings in Heights for a run. Court now batting. Borges on deck.
We'll see number 8, Braylee Shields. She Courtesy ran for Delgado in the first inning after the single.
Back on first.
So Delgado now 2 for 2 with an RBI, and I tell you, Riverton doing a really good job of pouncing on the first pitch from Haney. Seeing something they like and attacking it as we see Case and Korth go after the first one for a swing and a miss there. Korth struck out swinging in her lone at bat in the first inning. The 0-1. This one lined to third base, to second for the first out, to first, and she is safe. Kaysen Korth just barely beats it out, avoiding the double play, but they do get the lead runner at second base. Nice play there from the third baseman, Latu.
Now batting in Borges, Mayfield on deck.
So the dangerous Chloe Borges now up. As I mentioned yesterday, she slapped a couple homers against Weber, so much that they intentionally walked her with nobody on, getting the Barry Bonds treatment. First pitch to Borges, little inside, ball 1. 13 homers on the season, 44 RBI, along with a .579 average for the University of Hawaii commit. Doing a fantastic job in the circle as well. She'd love to help her own cause and extend an already 2-0 lead. The 1-0, inside, ball 2. Borges did single and score the first run of the game via an error in the second inning. The 2-0, chop to the shortstop, play to first base, is in time, retires Chloe Borges, 6-3 putout. But Riverton gets one off a Mariah Delgado single. Now leading 2-0, we'll head to the top of the fourth. Be right back. Back here for the top of the fourth inning. We'll have 1, 2, 3, Hunter, Barrowis, and Jones hitting for the Miners. 2-0 Riverton lead in the bottom of the second, able to score on an error. In last inning, we just saw Mariah Delgado, an RBI single, bringing around Lillian Heights. That's your score right now, 2-0. So we go to the top of the fourth. Chloe Borges allowed 2 hits through the first 9 batters, but a double play and a pickoff erased those base runners as she misses low for ball 1. As I was mentioning, Borges, the University of Hawaii commit, gets that one in there, rise ball for a strike. Has really had a fantastic career and fantastic season. She's faced this Bingham team twice, getting the win in both appearances, as the 1-1 is belted into deep left field, but it'll hang up just a little bit. For an F7, Kylie Roosh making the play.
Yeah, come on. Keep your balls over there. Yes.
Noe Barrow is coming up now. She struck out in the first inning. On the season, 379, 33 hits, and leads the team in stolen bases if she's able to lead for the junior shortstop. Strike one is in there. Borges doing a great job first time through the lineup, attacking the zone on the first pitch. First pitch strikes are so key because that allows you to throw your off speed, throw your junk, see if those hitters will chase. If you get down to the count, you got to throw more strikes. And obviously in a state championship series, these lineups are efficient and able to make the most of mistakes, and Borges hasn't been in opportunities to make those mistakes. So we see the 0-2. This one bounces outside, and that's what I'm talking about. You get into an 0-2 count, you have a couple waste pitches. You can bounce those in front of the plate. You can throw it a couple inches off the plate to see if these hitters will chase, see if they'll have to protect the zone. Rather than being down 2-1, 3-1 in a count, you're forced to throw a pitch that is more hittable than others. The 1-2 to Barrowis. This one hit down the line, right field line, and it is going to be a fair ball. Noe Barrowis on with the single with one out here in the fourth. That one got down the right field line. I know with a little bit of limited camera range, but that one is fair down the right field line. And as I mentioned, Barrowis with those 13 stolen bases leads the team, maybe looking to run here. Get her team a runner in scoring position. We haven't seen that today for the Miners. So the first pitch popped up. That's going to be out of play down the right field line. This is Shelby Jones, struck out looking in the first inning. Jones, 10 home runs in the season. Came in hitting 500, 40 RBI. This is exactly who you want up, 3-4-5. Coming up in a 2-0 ball game. This one misses high and outside. Delgado at the catcher's position, looking the runner down. Obviously a speedy Barrowis, looking to take an extra base when possible. The 1-1 to Jones. This one hit deep down to left field, and she can watch it fly. Tie ball game. Shelby Jones
with the 2-run home run. Congratulations for a hot dog home run coupon up here to tie up the score at 2.
Shelby Jones connects with a bomb to deep left field, and we are tied.
I saw comparatively the pitch before that one was more inside. I look actually
2-2 now. Bingham tying it up as just the 6th home run allowed all season from Chloe Borges. A home run hitting team versus a pitcher who does not allow bombs. Gets one there. Could not have come at a better time as we are all tied up. It's a brand new ball game. Ball 2 now as Borges may just need to take a second. She's been pitching so good this entire game. Just one mistake to Shelby Jones cost her the lead. The 2-0. This one's hitting to deep left center field. That's gone! Jones and Doherty go back to back. Bingham now leading.
Back-to-back home run. Emily
The Utah
Doherty,
State
congratulations.
commit
You have a hot
gets
dog
her
home run
9th
coupon
home
up
run
here.
of the year. The Bingham Miners with back-to-back home runs, a 2-run shot from Shelby Jones, and then a solo from Emily Doherty, have taken the lead against the number 1 seeded Riverton Silverwolves in the top of the 4th. As I was saying, Chloe Borges had only allowed 5 home runs all season, and now the 2-seeded Bingham Miners go back-to-back with 2 bombs in this top of the 4th. This is a good opportunity here. They visit to the circle to just calm yourself down, get some composure, and that's what I was talking about just a few moments ago about getting ahead in the count. Borges got down 2-0 Doherty. She was forced to throw a pitch in the strike zone, and Doherty took the most of it. She made the most of her opportunity because Borges knows that she can't get down 3-0. She can't allow free passes to the dangerous Bingham team. We'll see Avery Haney now, the pitcher, looks at strike one.
And Zach helps herself out with a solo home run.
So still only 1 out in the inning. Avery Haney bounced into a double play back to Borges in the second inning as she looks at this one outside for ball 1. Real momentum changer here. As you can hear the Bingham Miners bench in the dugout really starting to get into it and get behind all their players. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Chloe Borges was sailing through this game through the first 10 batters. Only a couple hits, but a handful of strikeouts. And this one is lined to the second baseman. Caught. Nice play there by Lillian Heights for out number 2.
Now batting Chapel, Drake on deck.
Eliza Chappell now grounded out to second base in her first appearance.
At the plate number 12, Jamie Davis.
The first pitch to Chappell. Misses low for ball 1. Chappell on the season, .394, 9 doubles, 3 homers. She'd love to help extend this lead for the Miners in the 4th inning as she pops this one up to the right side. Right fielder camping under it. Play is made for out number 3, but not before the Bingham Miners take a lead. Started out with a Shelby Jones 2-run shot, and then Emily Doherty going back-to-back 3-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the game has changed. The 4th started with a Riverton 2-0 lead, and then Jones and Doherty go back-to-back, giving a 3-2 advantage to the Bingham Miners. First time that Riverton has trailed against Bingham this season. They've been so dominant, as I mentioned, 13, now 14 actually with yesterday's ball game. Run rule wins. Not used to having to play from behind, but a lineup who can change the game quickly. As this one is popped back near us for strike 1 by Jolie Mayfield. She popped out to the catcher in her first appearance. Mayfield on the season hitting .415, 8 home runs, 8 doubles. Certainly a lot of pop in her bat from the shortstop. The 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. Mayfield's only struck out 8 times this season, just as all of these Silver Wolf hitters are tough to strike out. The 0-2 misses high, and that's a good pitch, good waste pitch there, seeing if they can get someone to chase. An 0-2 pitch, you don't have to throw a strike. 1-2 pitch, you don't have to throw a strike. It's a pitcher's count. You can afford to throw something high outside in the dirt. You can do whatever you want with an 0-2 pitch because you still have the advantage. The 1-2 to Mayfield. This one is line foul down the third base line. We'll do it again. Not sure how much of the cheering the camera is picking up, but I'll tell you, it is loud on the Bingham side. They are hyped and excited and ready to go as they come in as the 2 seed, the underdogs, but obviously a very, very good team. And game 1 is such a big opportunity to make a statement here in this series. The 1-2 to Mayfield. This one popped up. That's going to be out of play. Mayfield doing a good job of staying alive here. Avery Haney looking for back-to-back. Excuse me. She's looking for her first scoreless inning since the first, as she gets a swing and a miss from Jolie Mayfield for another strikeout, out number 1.
Now batting.
Haney's third strikeout of the
Carol on
game,
deck.
averaging about 8 per appearance. Obviously, Riverton, not a team, as I mentioned earlier, strikes out a whole bunch. 2.2 strikeouts per game, already at 3, and we're just through 1 out in the 4th inning thus far. That'll bring up Alexis Shaver looks at ball 1. Shaver doubled in her first appearance and was cut down at the plate. Good play by the catcher, Charity Drake, as she tried to score on a pass ball. This one is popped up down left field. That'll go foul, no play. So 1-1 count to Alexis Shaver, the center fielder.
Payoff line to left. And that's a leadoff single. No, she's trying to stretch into a double. She is.
Shaver, 339 on the season. A couple hits in yesterday's ball game. The 1-1 pitch from Haney. This one, weak ground ball to the shortstop. Throw is made in time for the out. Nice play there by Noe Barrowis. So an opportunity for the first 1-2-3 inning from Avery Haney. Now it's Kylie Corral, the first baseman. She reached on error, remember, in her last at-bat, which allowed Chloe Borges to get the scoring started in the 2nd inning. Lined it to second base, and it was bobbled. See what she can do here in her 2nd plate appearance. This one is swung back up the middle for a base hit. Kylie Corral gets on base for the 2nd time in this ball game. And Avery Haney will have to look towards the 5th for her first perfect inning.
Coming up to bat, Heights on deck.
This will bring up the number 9 hitter, Kylie Roosh. She struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. And even though she is the 9 hitter, she went 2 for 3 in yesterday's ball game, hitting .429 on this season. And this is what I'm talking about, Riverton. There is not an easy out. 1 through 9 in this lineup as Roosh swings and misses at the rise ball on the first pitch. 0-1 after the rise ball. Here's the pitch from Haney. Swing and a miss. Goes up the zone even more. And Roosh quickly down 0-2. Roosh, before today's game, had only struck out once all season. Got her swinging in the 2nd. Now down 0-2 here in the 4th. 2 outs. 2-strike pitch. Popped up out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again. Kylie Roosh. This one popped up again. That might go over to the 5A side. 5A state championship also beginning today.
Seeing if you're still awake over there.
We've got plenty of coverage from all the state championships here on the Game Night Live Rewind games of the week. Softball, baseball, lacrosse, soccer, track and field, you name it, we've got it. Of course, we're just so glad that state championship sports in high school are back after last year's pandemic caused the season to end early for these spring sports. I'm sure no matter who wins, we're just glad that it's a beautiful day for softball and we're here playing. The 0-2 to Roosh. Popped up again, out of play. This is something that's been very impressive throughout the entire day for Riverton, is their ability to keep their 2 strike at-bats alive. Fouled off a lot of pitches, seeing a lot of pitches, making Haney throw a lot of pitches. Seeing what she's got, even if it doesn't end in a hit, you can take that information back to your team and see how these pitchers are working. We'll do the 0-2 again. High and outside, ball 1. She got Roosh just swinging a couple high pitches earlier in the at-bat. Tried to go a little high and outside that time, but nothing brewing. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Skylar Roosh goes down on strikes. And Haney avoids a 2-out single for a scoreless inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Bingham leading 3-2 in game 1. We've got a pitching change here in game 1. Kaysen Korth now in the circle. Chloe Borges moves to center field, and Alexis Shaver, who was in center, will move to third base.
Chloe Borges is moving to center field.
Kaysen Korth yesterday against Weber
coming in to play third.
threw a 5-inning no-hitter. This speaks to the depth of this Riverton team in the circle. Most teams have one true ace who can just go dominant and have outstanding outings, and their number 2 is good, but this Riverton team has 2 pitchers who are just both co-aces as Korth gets the first pitch swinging for strike 1. Korth yesterday against Weber, as I mentioned, 5-inning no-hitter. There was one hit batsman, I believe in the 4th, that took a perfect game away from her. So just dominance from the circle from her. An ERA of 0.46 and is 9-0 on the season. This one, weak ground ball to second base. Going to be a tough play. Man, it is made for the out. Out number 1, Charity Drake retired on a 4-3 put out.
Team now batting, Latu on deck.
Kaysen Korth has pitched against this Bingham team once this season in the 11-10 game, the second game of the series. She came in for 1/3 of an inning. She made the last out and got the save in her lone appearance versus the Miners. This one popped up to second base for the out. Lillian Heights busy over there as 2
Now
quick
batting,
outs here in the
Latu,
5th.
Hunter on deck.
Chloe Latu, she grounded out to Lillian Heights at second base in her first and only at bat in the 3rd inning. First time facing Kaysen Korth. As ball 1 is bounced in the dirt.
Now batting number 12, Tessa Wilkinson.
Korth, 45.2 innings this season, only 3 earned runs allowed. Just some outstanding numbers, and maybe the stat that might be most important, only 1 home run.
Here comes the run to the plate
allowed all season.
Sacrifice fly, and on the throw, the runner will take third. So 2 outs.
This one hits the outside corner. 1-2 now as Kaysen Korth trying to make this 5th inning move along quickly. Latu on the season. 231 average, 15 hits, couple doubles to her name for the junior. Playing third base today. She grounds this one to Korth in the circle, and she makes the play to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. So quick go the Miners in the top of the 5th. We will go to the bottom of the 5th. Bingham leading Riverton 3-2 in game 1. Bottom of the 5th, Riverton, the number 1 seed, trailing, will have their 1-2-3 hitters up. Lillian Heights, Chloe Woods, Mariah Delgado. Exactly who you want up against ace Avery Haney. Has calmed down a little bit, running the 2nd, running the 3rd, but nothing brewing of late. Lillian Heights steps in. She's 1 for 2 with the single and did score the 2nd run of the game. As she pops this one up, looks like it's going to be the shortstop camping underneath for out. No, she dropped it. E6, big misplay there by Noe Barowis. Just a routine fly ball. I even almost put my head down. I thought it was over.
Heights is on first after the air. Woods now batting. Delgado on deck.
We saw this yesterday against Weber. Riverton capitalized on Weber errors, and that's something that you just cannot do when you're playing the number 1 team in the state in these Silver Wolves. So Heights on first. Squares for the bunt does Chloe Woods, and it goes right back to the backstop. This is where small ball comes into play. Your number 2 hitter, Chloe Woods, hitting .515, but if a job needs to be done, that's what championship teams do. Lillian Heights, the runner on first. Woods squares again. She pulls back for strike 2. Might have thought that one was low, but it catches the part of the plate. And now the question is, what do you do? Do you square around again? Or do you leave your hitter, your number 2 hole hitter, hitting .515 on the season, give her a chance? 13 doubles, couple home runs for a 5-tool player in Chloe Woods. The 0-2 from Haney. Popped up to shortstop, and they might have Heights at first. They do! Heights let off a little too far, and Barowis makes up for her error, getting the double play.
Double play by the shortstop. Delgado now batting. 4th on deck.
An absolute just cannot happen there from Lillian Heights, down 1 in the 5th. Just not making the heads-up play leads to a double play. Now Mariah Delgado steps in with 2 outs. Chops this one, that's going to go up the middle. Mariah Delgado with her 3rd single of the game. And you think, how big would that play be if Lillian Heights was still on base? Heights has some wheels. That play, that one was chopped. Might have had an opportunity to go to 3rd base, but now it's 2 outs with just a runner on first.
Courtesy runner for Delgado.
We've obviously seen a couple errors from Bingham today, and one of the errors did allow a run to score, but you look at that misplay from Lillian Heights at first base, and that might be your play of the game. So Kaysen Korth, the pitcher, she's 0 for 2 today. The cleanup hitter trying to do something as she hits this one deep into left field. Is it going to stay up? And it is caught right at the wall. Eliza Chappell might have robbed a go-ahead home run.
The fence to grab that fly ball from Korth for their third
Kaysen
out.
Korth retired. The game stays at 3-2. We'll move to the top of the 6th. Top of the 6th here from Spanish Fork Sports Complex. 3-2 Bingham leading as they scored all 3 of their runs on home runs. Shelby Jones connected for a 2-run blast in the 4th, and then Emily Doherty went back-to-back with her. And that's where we stand, 3-2. I'll take you back. We don't have a replay of it, obviously, but I'll take you back to the bottom of the 5th. Runner on first, 2 outs. Kaysen Korth, deep fly ball in the left center field, and Eliza Chappell, the left fielder, jumps over the fence and saves a 3-2 ball game. I know it's hard to see from this angle, but reached over the fence and saves the game. So Braxton Hunter now leading off in the top of the 6th. Looks at ball 1. Hunter 0 for 2 today. Popped out to second base and flew out to left field. This one goes a little too far inside, ball 2. Good opportunity here for Bingham to add on some insurance runs. 1, 2, 3 up. The 2-1. This one popped up, and Korth is just going to take it herself in the circle. F1 on the scorecard.
Barowitz now batting. Jones on deck.
Noah Barowitz now up. 1 for 2, struck out in the 1st, but then singled down the right field line in the 4th and scored on the Shelby Jones home run. See what she can do with an opportunity here. First pitch hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 from Korth. Off-speed pitch just misses. Mariah Delgado looking back at the umpire, asking where did that one miss? The 1-1, that one hits the outside corner, strike 2. Korth trying to make quick work of the number 2 hitter. And face 3-4 in the lineup with nobody on. The 1-2 pitch. That one swing and a miss. Delgado secures it, makes the throw down to first for out number 2. So 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 6th. And we'll see Shelby Jones, of course. She tied up the game with a deep home run to left field against Chloe Borges in the 4th inning. A 2-run shot. And the first pitch to her this time is grounded to third base, secured. The throw, and out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down goes Bingham in the top of the 6th. We'll see Borges, Mayfield, and Shaver due up for Riverton when we come back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Only 6 outs away for Bingham to secure game 1, but they're going to have to go through 5, 6, and 7. Chloe Borges, Jolie Mayfield, Alexis Shaver due up. Borges, 1 for 2 today, singled and scored in the 2nd, and of course hit 2 home runs yesterday. 13 home runs on the season. This is exactly how you want to face her, with nobody on. As she looks at ball 1, little high to begin the at-bat. Borges homered off of Avery Haney in the 11-10 ball game earlier this season, so has a bit of experience against the Bingham ace. The 1-0 pitch. This one popped up. Center fielder camping under it. Out number 1 is made. Chloe Borges retired on an F8. Big out to get for Avery Haney.
Fly ball to center for the first out. Mayfield now batting, Shaver on deck.
Jolie Mayfield 0 for 2 today. She popped out to the catcher and struck out in the 4th inning. First pitch to Mayfield. Low for ball 1. No, they're going to call it a strike. The 0-1. This one hit to deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone. Umpires talking about it. Riverton out of the dugout. If it's fair, it's gone by a mile. They're calling it a home run. Jolie Mayfield has tied up the ball game in the bottom of the 6th.
Home run by Mayfield. Congratulations, Jolie. We should come and get your home run hot dog coupon.
A solo shot by Jolie Mayfield ties this game at 3. She hit it a mile. Only question was if it was fair. And after talking, the umpires say yes. Riverton screaming outside their dugout. And this game is tied. Her 9th of the season, biggest of the season. And we have a brand new ball game with 1 out in the 6th. Alexis Shaver now up. She's 1 for 2 with a double.
Going back. That's a grand slam. Let's send it right away.
Looks at strike 1. Jolie Mayfield, a 1-out solo shot to tie it up. Avery Haney had been cruising since the 3rd inning. And we're back to even. The 0-1 to Alexis Shaver. Misses high. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Good pitch from Haney. A key hitter now is obviously in such a big pressure moment. Big opportunity here. Haney needs to settle down and realize the game is still tied. There's plenty of softball to play and focus on Shaver to get the 2nd out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch. Tries the rise ball again. That one too high. And the count moves even at 2-2. Alexis Shaver trying to do her job and get on base. The 2-2. This one poked into left field. That'll reach the wall. She makes the turn and is going to stay at first base. Alexis Shaver, good 2-out hitting there. Reaches for her 2nd hit of the game.
Single by Shaver brings up Carroll on deck. Roosh.
Alexis Shaver doing a good job not trying to do too much with that pitch, and just pokes it into left field. Have a meeting in the circle here We might have a new pitcher going on. As we do, we have a pitching change. So Avery Haney goes 5 1/3. Gives up 3 runs, 2 of them earned.
I have no idea who went out to center field there.
And strikes out 4. As we will have number 22, Shelby Jones. The number 2 on this Bingham Miners staff will come in a big spot in the 6th. Shelby Jones in the season, 3-0, 2.27 ERA, in 37 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts to just 10 walks. So averaging nearly 2 strikeouts per inning. So Olivia Lemke takes over at second base for Shelby Jones, who's now in the circle. One out here. And Alexis Shaver on first base.
So we have Jones pitching.
Shelby Jones
Hunter went
pitched
out to center,
against this
and
Riverton
Lemke came in
ball
to
club
play second.
in the 11-10 ball game. She had 3 2/3 innings pitched, 4 runs, only 1 of them earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So she did a good job. Her defense made a couple errors that allowed some unearned runs to score, but certainly has the stuff to get through this Riverton lineup. It'll be Kylie Carroll, the 8th place hitter, first baseman. She's 1 for 2. Has reached both times, reached on an error that allowed a run to score in the 2nd, and singled in the 4th.
And then they dropped her at the lineup so they can go back to.
Carroll hitting .491 from the 8 hole.
But they didn't have one.
26 hits, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. She's 1 for 2 today.
Because the designated player became the pitcher, and there wasn't anybody else. So if you don't start with the designated player, can you put one in?
The starting lineup had a DP, and then at the umpire's meeting, they dropped her
And it went to 9.
Kylie Carroll now up.
so they can go back to.
First pitch from Shelby Jones, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, tie ball game. You just missed Alexis Shaver, Jolie Mayfield tied the ball game up with a solo shot.
No, because I don't know where.
First pitch misses high.
They're tied together.
Yeah.
Carroll trying to do her job and move that runner over as she looks at ball 2 high.
Yeah, Shelby Jones is too.
Kylie Carroll, the freshman, with a huge opportunity here in game 1. Looks at ball 3 up. 3-0 now. Hitters count to Kylie Carroll. She has the take sign. And she does, and that one hits the inside part of the plate. 3-1. Good take there from Carroll. As now she continues at a hitter's count, 3-1, with Shaver at first base. The 3-1 is blooped into right field, and it's going to be in and out of the glove of the right fielder. See if Shaver can make it to second. She does. Avery King unable to make the play. And Kylie Carroll reaches on base
for the
second time via the error, as it was dying towards her left, our right, but still a play that she probably should have made. And if you ask her, I'm sure she says she would have made it. So now Kylie Roosh, the number 9 hitter, left field. hitting .429 with a big opportunity here. First pitch misses outside. It's Shaver at second. Carroll at first. 1-out count with 1 out. Foul ball straight back to the fence.
I don't say anything. That's who started.
1-1 count. Kylie Roosh 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts. Put together a couple at bats, but unable to do anything so far. The 1-1. This one popped up to the fence. 1-2 is now the count. Roosh, the sophomore, playing left field today. Big opportunity here. Down 1-2. This one popped up. It's falling fast. Unable to make the play. It falls. Everybody's going to be safe. That one falling flat fast. And Kylie Roosh reaches with her first hit of the game.
Roosh with a blooper of a single. Brings up Heights. Woods on
They say
deck.
all you need is a bloop and a blast. Kylie Roosh got the bloop. Now 1-2-3 up to try to get the blast. If you just tuned in, Alexis Shaver tied it. Just 3 batters, Jolie Mayfield tied it just 3 batters ago with a solo shot. It was 3-2 going in the bottom of the 6th. Now the momentum swinging in Riverton's way. Lillian Heights singled in the 3rd inning, reached on an error in the 5th. Big opportunity here to give Riverton the lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. The first pitch, 1 out. The first pitch, this is popped up to right field. We'll see if Shaver tries to tag. She goes home. The throw to the plate is not in time. Riverton takes a 4-3 lead with the Lillian Heights sac fly. Alexis Shaver comes in to score after she singled. Carroll moves to 3rd base after a clutch Lillian Heights sac fly.
Carroll moves to 3rd. Now batting Woods.
Woods up. Off-speed pitch misses high. 4-3 Riverton leading it. Scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. The first one coming off of Haney. Now Shelby Jones in relief with 2 outs. This one fouled back. 1-1 is the count. Chloe Woods, 0 for 3 today. Lined into a double play in her last at-bat. She's got an opportunity for some insurance runs. She hits this one into right field. That one's down. Carroll comes in to score. Roosh to 3rd base, and Chloe Woods drives in an RBI.
They started with
3 runs this inning in for Riverton, taking a 5-3 lead.
they had her pitching, but then they dropped and Avery started pitching. Okay, so Avery started pitching.
2 outs here. Mariah Delgado up. She's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. This one hits the outside part of the play for strike 1. Riverton, 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Mayfield homeward. And Shaver and Carroll came on a sac fly and then an RBI from Chloe Woods. The 0-1. Check swing. They're going to say she went around for strike 2. So Mariah Delgado now quickly down 0-2. Trying to drive in some insurance runs for her Riverton staff. That's Kylie Roosh on 3rd base. The 0-2 misses high. Waste pitch there from Jones. The 1-2 misses outside. Might have her in a pickle. They're going to come home to the plate. It is in time. Kylie Roosh trying to score on the double steal, but they cut her down to the plate. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Great game going on here. Riverton scoring 3 times. 3 outs away from taking game 1. We will be right back. Top of the 7th now. Riverton, the home team, leading 5-3, scoring 3 times. In the bottom of the 6th, Jolie Mayfield with a solo shot to tie it up, and then Alexis Shaver scoring on a sac fly. Kylie Carroll coming in with an RBI single by Chloe Woods. Now leading 5-3, 3 outs away from taking game 1. It is Emily Doherty leading off. She looks at ball 1. Doherty in the day. 2 for 2, did hit a solo shot in the 4th inning. Just need base runners at this point. This one hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
That's one player. Okay, so she can put that. Okay. Okay.
And they can both play the field.
Okay.
This one, check swing, fouled back. Top of the 7th, 5-3 is the score.
Even though she's pitching.
Yes.
It's Emily Doherty, as I mentioned, 2 for 2 today. A single in the 2nd, solo shot in the 4th. 1-2, the pitch from Kason Korth. Misses outside.
There's too many doubles.
I'm enjoying you here, Caleb.
Please do.
Yeah. Doherty's got a great bat.
Doherty batting.
She does.
Katie
She's
Leggett, Chapel in the
already
hole.
hit a solo shot today. The Utah State commit. Just looking to get on base. The 2-2 misses high. Move it full.
Yeah, I did the first matchup, Riverton and Bingham, and Borges had quite the day. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head now how many strikeouts. I think it was 17 Ks in that first matchup.
Wow.
Wow. 14 Ks. I mean, I have my book. I should count them up before I said that out loud. But yeah, she had a great day. We put her on our Instagram page. But Doherty had herself a day.
And she gets another base hit. This one hits off the shortstop's glove, and that's what you need. Base runners, 3 for 3 now for Doherty.
Well, that's what good hitters do, right? It's not just about hitting home runs.
Doherty.
Handles the bat. And nearly had the stab there short.
Now batting Chapel.
That's what good hitters do, and that's what championship teams do is, you understand situational hitting, and yes, a home run would help, but you just need base runners. You don't try to swing for the fences. You try to swing for the base hits.
The solo home run doesn't tie the game in either. So down 2 runs, they need a base runner. And that's exactly what they get here. So a solo home run would have done anything. Now you get Doherty. They're going to lift her, put some speed on the bases.
Looks like we'll see number 24 come in for the speed up. That's Kaylee Clark, 16 runs scored. We saw her speed up earlier.
Okay, she was a courtesy runner before, but she can still sub in for a runner.
It's not in the same inning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So leadoff single by Doherty will bring up Avery Haney.
Courtesy run again.
Okay.
368, 6 home runs, 6 doubles on the season. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Haney on the day is 0 for 2. Did ground it into that double play earlier. And again, it goes back to situational hitting.
That situational hitting right now, her job is to move the runner. No outs and 1 on. It is about moving the runner.
This one, chopped to shortstop. They're going to call it out at second base, and Haney beats the throw at first, so just trade places with Clark. Be one out.
Well, a nice job there at short, just staying alive there is Mayfield. She knows how to fill her position. She doesn't get it cleanly. Stay calm, get the out.
Okay, because
The short way there at second base.
as a sub
So the
for
fielder's
somebody
choice
else,
leads up to one out. Eliza Chappell
if
0
the
for 2.
catcher gets on base, she
on the
can't go
day.
back into courtesy run.
This one misses high. Throw down to first base. Haney gets back in time.
And again, big thing here, we talk about situational hitting. Again, it's moving the runner, putting pressure on the defense. They don't love getting that ground out, but better than leaving them at the plate without making the defense do anything. And it's being patient at the plate. You see, you now worked yourself to a 2-0 count.
Hitters count here, and this is just where you have to be patient and find your pitch. You have a couple to work with, especially a hitter hitting 394 understands what she needs to do, as this one hits the outside part of the plate for strike one.
The other thing, too, is situational running, too. Freezing on a line drive, you see the ball through the infield. And they'll give up a double play and end the game because you're assuming the line drive's going to get through the infield, too.
We've seen that with Riverton today, as a runner broke for second on the line drive and was double up, and that's something that obviously you can't afford here as strike two gets in there on the inside corner.
So down to your final strike. It'll shorten up the swing. And Riverton, hey, come right at her.
Bingham's done a great job two-strike hitting, looking to just punch this one the opposite way and get on base. The 2-2 misses high. Full count now.
No matter if it's softball or baseball is what always happens, right? Come down to a full count in the final inning.
This is what you dream of, state championship series. Full
100%.
count. Opportunity to help your team. The 3-2 misses high. Ball four, first walk of the ball game. As that'll put runners on first and second. We'll see a visit to the circle as Kaysen Korth looking to calm down just a bit. So 1-2, runners on first and second, one out. 5-3 is our score. And it'll be Charity Drake, the catcher, is 1 for 2 with a single in this ball game.
Let's see if we have a double switch here for Riverton. Just so rare. You pull Borges now,
Borges is still out there. So,
but remove Borges from the circle and to see what the change is here.
well, yeah, Borges isn't coming back in. She's still out in center field. I went Borges.
Kaysen Korth coming in relief of Chloe Borges after she surrendered back-to-back home runs in the fourth. Only home runs 5 and 6 off of Borges this season, and Kaysen Korth stays in there to face Charity Drake.
I mean, all kinds of conversation with the umpire. You think there was just a move made there, but
So Korth stays in there. Defense stays the same as Charity Drake comes in 1 for 2. First pitch hits the inside part of the plate, strike one. So important to get ahead of the count.
get on top, stay on top, put pressure on the batter. But again, with one out, runner's going to have to freeze on a line drive. So it's going to take you something different to score a run from first base here.
The 0-1. Off-speed pitch as a beauty gets in there. Buckled the knees of Charity Drake. Imagine the pressure on Drake, just a sophomore, hitting seventh in the lineup, opportunity to drive one in game one of a state championship. This is what you dream of.
Yep. And it's, again, find your pitch, staying short.
The 0-2 is chopped. Going to be a tough play at third base, and it is not in time. Good job from the first baseman to scoop it, throw down to third base. Everybody's safe.
Well, that's the difference in softball, right? She doesn't get the best piece of it, but you got your third baseman's back. She has enough speed to get to first. They might have a conversation, I don't know, the legal pitch, but anyway, everybody's safe. And now bases loaded and one out.
A swinging bunt. Bases loaded, everybody's safe, one out. Umpires discussing down the third baseline.
They're not going to try to get in their own head here. At least if it hits her in the box, it's a dead ball. I think it did. But fortunate for Riverton was a nice pick at first base to not allow extra run.
Yeah, that's one where I know you want to make a big play. You want to try to get out for your team, but you probably just consider eating that ball at third base. I know it's even the catcher running, but you don't want to throw one away and then have a whole bunch of runners
and then
score.
have the tying run 60 feet away.
Exactly.
So it's a nice stab at first base to keep everything in order.
Avery King, the right fielder, 0 for 2, ground out to shortstop and a pop out to the second baseman as Riverton brings their infield in. Force out at all bases, trying to cut the run down at the plate. First pitch, right on it, fouls that one right back to the backstop.
I mean, that's the thing with one out, the double play ball is still in order. Not just get out of the inning, but get out of the game if you're Riverton. So again, at base runners, it's freeze on a line drive, see the ball through the infield.
Can't play hero ball, have to play smart here. The 0-1, grounded through the hole. One run is going to score. They're going to hold everyone else. Eliza Chappell stops at third. Bases loaded, 1 out. But Avery King delivers for her team.
Terrific at bat there by King. Go with the pitch, take it where it is, goes to the right side of the infield. But again, everyone had the freeze. You don't want to run into it, and that's why you can get the 1 run.
That's the danger of bringing your infield in. That one, if they're not, probably at least get 1 out there as we see Chloe Locke, 0 for 2 today, steps in. This one, it's going to be an infield fly. First pitch, that's going to be the second out. This is the stuff you dream of. Bases loaded, 2 outs, down 1.
You know, Luis Gonzalez shaft shot landing on that one, right? But it is. I mean, here's the thing you think about as an athlete. You want the opportunity to come up in a clutch situation for your team. You're in your backyard thinking about it. But not only that, the girl in the circle saw the same thing, coming up big and striking out the hitter.
Throw down to third base, not in time. We've seen Mariah Delgado pick 1 runner off at first base already. Bit of a risky throw, I think. I think your heart stops if you're the coach there, but.
Well, you trust her and you think, hey, got her. Get
Yeah.
the third out there, don't have to worry about the bat. Because right now you get the hitter and you just don't know what's going to happen.
It's Braxton Hunter at the plate, 2 outs. Eliza Chappell, the game tying run. This one misses high. Moves the count to 1-1. Hunter on the day, 0 for 3. Popped out to second, flew out to left, and then popped out to the pitcher last inning. Couldn't ask for a bigger spot here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Hey, you got to keep everything in your zone, right? She chases the rise ball, but you got to keep it in your zone. But now, hey, I'd elevate another one. Up 1-2, you got a couple to burn. See if you can get her to chase.
We've been talking about a waste pitch. Could be crucial here. The 1-2. Fouled back. Good job by Hunter to stay alive. That's what you got to do with 2 strikes. Shorten up your swing.
Hey, we were talking about it in our game of that 5-8 side. Hey, you just got to hang. We had a batter that had it was about an 8 or 9 pitch at bat. She fouled off 5 pitches after being down 0-2. Able to get on board after that. And that's the name of the game here with 2 strikes. It's got to hang.
It's what championship teams do. They understand the role that they're given and the job that needs to do and put together a good approach. It's 1-2. Braxton Hunter versus Kaysen Korth. Misses high. There's that waste pitch that we're talking about. Not a bad idea.
I love the idea. She chased it the first time. Maybe get her to chase it again. And 2-2. You draw from the well till the well goes dry.
Exactly, exactly. See what she does here, 2-2. Tying run at third base. This one poked, going to be played by the first baseman, and that's it. Bases loaded, 2 people out, and Kaysen Korth strands them. Riverton hangs on to game 1. 5-4 is your final.
Riverton, you know, this is a great team. This is a top seed. And they get challenged here by Bingham in game 1, and they answer the bell. And that's what makes championship teams. I think opportunity comes up, answer the call, and make things happen. And they had a battle to get game 1, and that says everything about this team. But I mean, a ton of credit to Bingham to coming out today and taking the lead. But it's Riverton coming back getting the win.
Riverton played an all-around ball game today, hit a couple home runs, had situational hitting, got good performances from their 2 aces, Borges and Korth, in the circle. And as you said, hats off to Bingham. They played well. They had a lead. They had an opportunity to win this game. Korth just made the pitch when she needed to, and that's what you do in the state championship series. So 5-4 is your final. Excellent ball game here in the 6A state championship series. We'll be back tomorrow with game 2, game 3 if necessary as well. For Dusty Lister, I'm Caleb Lemming, signing off.